Friends, welcome to Open University. In last class, we were discussing about op-amp control series regulator. Okay, and we are doing some questions on this topic. Write down one question on this topic. Okay, in circuit zone, Zener diode has breakdown voltage 5 volt. Zener diode has breakdown voltage 5 volt, and transistor has beta equal to 60. And transistor has beta equal to 60. Full stop. Calculate current drawn from the supply. Calculate the current drawn from the supply. Calculate the current drawn from the supply. And power dissipation in transistor. Draw the circuit. The supply voltage is given to Vs equal to 15 volt. Supply voltage is 15 volt, and the current drawn from the supply is I. Okay, drawn from the supply is I, and this is the load resistance RL, which is 100 ohm. Okay. And this is your output voltage V naught. This resistance value is going to be 47 kilo ohm. 47 kilo ohm. First, draw the circuit. What are the data given? The breakdown voltage of the Zener diode Vz equal to 5 volt, and beta of transistor is given to be 60. Okay, it is asked to find out what is the value of this I, current drawn from the supply. What is the value of I? Okay, and also asked to find out the power dissipation in the transistor. Okay, see, the voltage across Zener diode is Vz plus or minus Vz. Okay, plus or minus Vz. So how much voltage will be obtained at this non-inverting terminal of op-amp Vz? And what is this voltage? V naught. Okay, so same V naught will be available at this point at inverting terminal. Okay, this is your collector terminal, and this is your collector current, this is your base current, and this is your emitter current. The current through this path will be 0, and the current through this path is also 0, because the input current to an op-amp is 0. And let the current through the resistor is Iz. The same current will flow through the generator, so I am denoting with Iz, current through generator, and current through 47 kilo ohm resistance is same. Let the current through the load resistance is IL. The question is about what is the value of I. What is the value of I? If you apply KCL at this node, I will be equal to, if you apply KCL, I will be equal to Iz plus Ic. Iz plus Ic. Okay, Iz plus Ic. How to get Iz value? You can write Iz as Vs minus Vz divided by 47 kilo ohm. Vs minus Vz divided by 47 kilo ohm. What is the value of Vs given? 15 volt. And what is the value of Vz given? 5 volt divided by 47 kilo ohm. If you substitute this value, then the answer will be 0.21 milliampere. 0.21 milliampere. Iz value is 0.21 milliampere. Then I require Ic value. Okay, Ic value. How to get Ic? Since beta value is given, so I need to use the formula Ic equal to beta Ib. I need to use this formula. And what is the formula for Ib? Formula for Ib equal to IE by 1 plus beta. And since this path current is 0, so IE same as IL. So you can write IL by 1 plus beta. IL by 1 plus beta. What is IL? IL equal to V naught divided by RL. V naught divided by RL. Okay, V naught divided by RL. And what is V naught? V naught equal to Vz. The difference input is approximately 0 to an op-amp. So you can say V naught, if difference input Vz minus V naught equal to 0, then Vz will be equal to V naught. So you can write it as Vz by RL. Vz by RL. So what is the value of Vz? 5. Vz by RL. What is the value of Vz? 5. So 5 divided by RL value is 100. RL value is 100. So you can write it as 0.05 ampere, or you can write 50 milliampere. You can write 50 milliampere. 50 milliampere. The load current value is 50 milliampere. So if you substitute here, your IB will be 50 milliampere divided by 1 plus beta, that is 61. Then the answer will be, the value of IB will be 0.82 milliampere. 0.82 milliampere. This is the value of IB. Then what will be the value of IC? IC will be beta. Beta value is 60. 60 times IB, that is 60 times 0.82 milliampere, which will be 60 into 0.82 milliampere, which will be 49.2 milliampere. 49.2 milliampere. This is the value of IC, 49.2 milliampere. So if you substitute here, IZ value is 0.21 milliampere plus IC value is 49.2 milliampere. Okay, milliampere. The result will be 49.41 milliampere. 49.41 milliampere. This is the value of the current drawn from the supply. Value of I. Current drawn from supply is 49.41 milliampere. Then, what is the power dissipation through the transistor? Power dissipation through the transistor. Here I am writing power dissipation through transistor. Power dissipation through transistor PT equal to VC into IC. VC into IC. This is your VC, plus or minus VC. So what is VC? What is the value of VC? VC equal to VS. What is the voltage available at this point? VS. So VS equal to VC minus V. What is VC? VS. And what is V? V is your V naught. Okay. What is VS value? 15 volt. V naught is nothing but your VZ. V naught is nothing but VZ. That is 5. So your VC value is 10 volt. 10 volt. (15 minus 5) that is 10 volt. So you can write 10 into what is the value of IC into 49.2 milliampere. You can write it as 492 milliwatt. Power dissipation through the transistor is 492 milliwatt. See, since here the value of beta is provided in the question, I am using the equation of IC equal to beta times IB. If beta value is not provided, we know that IC approximately equal to IE. Then we will use this formula, IC approximately equal to IE, if beta value is not given. Okay. Then give the next heading fixed voltage regulator IC. Next topic is fixed voltage regulator IC. In classification of voltage regulator topic, we are discussing about linear regulator and non-linear regulator. Then in the topic of linear regulator, we classify linear regulator as two types, and one is a regulator using discrete component and regulator using IC or IC regulators. Okay, then we discuss that IC regulators is of two types. One is fixed voltage IC regulator and another one is adjustable voltage IC regulator. Okay, fixed voltage IC regulator means it will provide fixed output, fixed DC output voltage. Okay, regulator output is always a DC, fixed DC output voltage. Okay, so this fixed voltage or fixed voltage IC regulator will provide fixed DC output voltage. Okay, under this fixed voltage IC regulator, we give two examples of fixed voltage IC regulator as IC780XX and IC79XX. Okay, so give the heading Give the heading fixed voltage regulator IC. Fixed voltage regulator IC. So basically these are the ICs. Okay, fixed voltage regulator IC, these are the ICs only, integrated circuits. Okay, write down one point under this topic. Okay, write down IC78XX, IC78XX and IC79XX. IC78XX, IC78XX and IC79XX provides a fixed regulated output voltage, provides a fixed regulated output voltage. That means these ICs will provide constant DC voltage. Okay, write down next point. IC78XX, IC78XX provides positive output voltage. This IC will provide positive output voltage. Okay, positive output voltage. Example under this you can write IC7805. That means this IC will provide a voltage of XX, means how much output voltage it is providing. So means it will provide say output voltage of 5 volt. The regulated output voltage is 5 volt. It will provide a regulated output voltage of 5 volt. BR means regulated output voltage. Regulated output voltage. That means 788XX IC will provide a positive voltage plus 5 volt. Okay, write down next point. IC79XX, IC79XX provides a negative output voltage. So this IC will provide a negative output voltage. It will provide negative output voltage. That means it give you an example. IC7905, okay, is an example which will provide the regulated output voltage will be equal to minus 5 volt. It will provide a negative output voltage. The output voltage of this IC will be minus 5 volt. Okay, see how an IC78XX and IC79XX looks like. There will be 3 pins. Okay, one is input pin, this pin is your input pin, and this pin is your ground pin, and this pin is your output pin, and this is the regulated output voltage which is taken between output pin and ground pin. Okay, this may be an IC78XX or IC79XX. So this IC is available in 3 pin package. Write down this point. These ICs are available in these ICs are available in 3 pin package. 3 pin package. Full stop. Hence these ICs are called as also called as 3 terminal regulator IC. 3 terminal regulator IC. and here is your regulated output voltage. Okay, now write down one point. For proper operation a minimum of 2 volt for proper operation comma write down for proper operation comma voltage applied at input pin IN is your input pin, voltage applied at input pin should be at least 2 volt greater than the output pin, should be at least 2 volt greater than the output pin. Okay, for proper operation the voltage applied at input pin should be at least 2 volt greater than the output pin. Okay, why? Because a minimum of 2 volts should be allowed to drop in the internal circuit of IC. Okay, a minimum of this 2 volt should drop across the internal circuit of the IC. These ICs are available in 7 output voltages. Okay, what are the output possible ICs available? One is the voltage output voltage options are like 5 volt, 6 volt, 8 volt, 12 volt, 15 volt. Okay, 15 volt, 18 volt. Okay, and 24 volt and 24 volt means you can get these ICs which can provide 5 volt, 6 volt, 8 volt, 12 volt, 15 volt, 18 volt, 24 volt. These are the ICs which are available in the market commercially. These ICs are available basically. So write down this point. These ICs have 7 output voltage options, have seven output voltage options. Okay, that is 5 volt, 6 volt, 8 volt, 12 volt, 15 volt, 18 volt and 24 volt. That means these 7 ICs are commercially available. These ICs whose output voltage options are like this are commercially available. Okay, write down next point. These ICs have 2 applications. Okay, whether it is IC 78XX or 79XX, these ICs have 2 applications. Okay, these ICs has 2 application. One is it can be used as a constant current source circuit. It can be used as a constant current source circuit, or it can be used as a variable output regulator circuit. Variable output regulator circuit. What is constant current source circuit? The application of these ICs are as a constant current source circuit. You can use this IC as a constant current source circuit, or you can use it as in variable output regulator circuit. Write down, give the heading constant current source circuit. Give the heading write down the first application of these ICs. That is first application, that is constant current source circuit. First application is constant current source circuit. Okay, draw the diagram. Let I am assuming it is IC 78XX. Okay, this is the input pin, this is the output pin, and this is the ground pin. Okay, and this is your regulated output voltage VR, which is measured with respect to this ground terminal. Okay. Let this be some resistance R. Okay, let this be some resistance R, and this is your load current, and this is your load resistance, this is your load current, and the current that is flowing through this terminal is called as IQ, quiescent current. This quiescent current for an IC is constant. Okay, IQ is called as quiescent current. The voltage applied at this input pin is called as V in. Okay, it's called as V in. Let the current through this resistance is I. Okay. First draw the figure and write down one point under this constant current source circuit. Write down this circuit will provide, or this circuit supplies a constant current to load. Okay, this circuit supplies a constant current to load, hence it is also called as a current regulator. Hence it is also called as a current regulator. What is a voltage regulator? Which provides constant voltage to output, or which can produce constant output voltage. That is called as a voltage regulator. What is a current regulator? Which can provide constant current to the constant, which can provide constant output current. Okay, or which can provide constant output current to the load. So this is also called as a current regulator. Okay. So if someone asks what is a current regulator, you can give this example, okay, of current regulator, which is a basically constant current source circuit which provides constant current to the load. Okay, and write down IQ is called as quiescent current of IC. Quiescent current of IC, and this current is fixed for a IC. IQ, write down, IQ is constant for a given IC. IQ is constant. IQ is constant for a given IC. If IQ value is not given in the question, you can take it 0. Okay. Now if I apply KCL in this loop, if you apply KCL, you can write I equal to IQ plus IL, IQ plus IL. Then what will be IL? IL will be I minus IQ. I'm sorry. If I apply, what are the incoming currents? IQ and I are incoming currents, and IL is the outgoing current. So you can write outgoing current equal to sum of incoming currents, IQ plus I. This is the correct equation. Load current is sum of quiescent current plus this current. Okay, so you can write it as IQ. What is I? I equal to VR by R. This is the equation of your load current, okay, which is IL equal to IQ plus VR by R. Load current equation is IQ plus VR by R. Now you see, for an IC8X, for this fixed voltage regulator IC, whether it is IC78XX or IC79XX, the regulated output voltage is fixed or not? VR is fixed for such type of IC fixed voltage IC regulator. This VR value is fixed. Here R is also fixed, okay, and the IQ is also fixed for an IC. Since all these values are constant, so your load current will be constant. So it provides, this circuit will provide a constant output current to the load. Remember this formula, load current equal to quiescent current plus VR by R. Then the next application of these ICs are variable output voltage regulator circuit. Variable output voltage regulator circuit. Give the heading. Second application of these ICs are variable output voltage regulator IC. These are the application of fixed voltage IC regulators. Okay. Write down one point under this. It provides basically, this circuit will provide variable output voltage. Okay, let's see the circuit. This circuit will provide, it can provide a variable output voltage. Okay, see, this is your IC78XX, for example. This is your input pin, and this is your input voltage. This is your ground terminal or ground pin, and this is your output pin. Okay. Okay. This is your R1. I am giving now R1, and this is your R2. The voltage appear across this terminal is VR. You know, the output voltage of this IC is VR. Okay. So VR is, and this is R1 and this is R2. This is the quiescent current IQ. Quiescent current IQ. Now the output voltage will be measured from this terminal with respect to ground. This is your output voltage. V out. I can write it as V out. This output voltage will be measured with respect to this ground terminal. Okay, so you can write output voltage is sum of this voltage plus this voltage. You can write V out equal to VR plus, what is the voltage across this terminal? What is the current that is flowing in this terminal? IQ plus this current. Okay, IQ plus what is the total current coming? This quiescent current plus what is the current through this branch? That is VR by R1. VR by R1. So this is the total current that is flowing through R2. Into R2 will be the voltage across this terminal. So your output voltage is sum of this voltage. Okay. Or you can assume current through this branch is I1 and current through this branch is I2, and also you can write output voltage is sum of VR plus I2 into R2. You can write this way also. What is the I2 value? I2 equal to IQ plus I1 into R2. So you can write VR plus IQ into R2 plus I1 into R2. Which you can further write IQ into R2. What is the value of I1? I1 equal to VR by R1 into R2. This is your output voltage. Now if you bring VR term common, then it will be 1 plus R2 by R1, okay, plus IQ into R2 plus IQ into R2. This is your output voltage. This is the formula of this circuit. Output voltage expression will be VR into 1 plus R2 by R1 whole bracket plus IQ into R2. Okay, this is the output voltage expression. Now in place of R1 or R2, if you put a variable resistor like this, suppose in place of R2, if I am placing in variable resistor, then your output voltage can be varied. That's why the circuit is called variable output voltage regulator. I write down this point. Output voltage Vout can be varied by changing resistance R2. See, you cannot place, okay, write down this, by changing resistance R2. Hence above circuit is called variable output voltage regulator. Remember this formula. Okay, write down one question on this formula. Calculate output voltage in circuit shown. Calculate output voltage in circuit shown if IC has a quiescent current 5 milliampere. If IC has a quiescent current 5 milliampere and the circuit is given like this. This resistance value is given to be 800 ohm and this is 200 ohm. This is your input pin, this is your output pin, this is your ground pin, this is the input voltage, and the given IC is IC7808. It is mentioned the value of XX. So that means the regulated output voltage VR value is, since it is a 78XX IC, so regulated output voltage will be plus 8 volt. Is it or not? The output voltage is plus 8 volt since it is a 780XX IC. Now The question is about calculate the output voltage. Okay, so what is the formula of, draw this figure first, then calculate the output voltage. What is the output voltage formula? Output voltage formula is VR into 1 plus R2 by R1 plus IQ into R2. So what is the regulated output voltage? VR is 8 into 1 plus R, this is R2, this is R1. So 200 by 800, that is 1 by 4 plus quiescent current value is given to be 5 milliampere. Okay, 5 into 10 power minus 3 into R2 value is given to be 200. If you calculate, the value of output voltage will be 11 volt. This is the answer. The value of output voltage will be 11 volt. So with this, the completion of regulated power supply is over. Okay. In power supply, there was 3 blocks. First block was rectifier, next block was filter, and then voltage regulator. So with this topic of voltage regulator, the topic of power supply is over. Next, give the next topic, that is wave shaping circuit. Give the heading wave shaping circuit. Otherwise, give the heading what is wave shaping. Give the heading what is wave shaping. Give the heading wave shaping. The next topic is what is wave shaping. What is wave shaping? It refers to changing the shape of a waveform is said to be wave shaping. The process of changing the shape of an waveform is said to be wave shaping. And the circuit which can change the shape of the waveform of a signal is said to be wave shaping circuit. Okay, the circuit which can change the shape of a waveform is said to be a wave shaping circuit. So first write down the definition of wave shaping. It refers to changing the shape of a waveform. It refers to changing the shape of a waveform or a signal. It refers to changing the shape of a waveform or signal. Write down next point. A circuit which can change the shape of a signal or a waveform. The circuit which can change the shape of a waveform or signal is said to be a wave shaping circuit. Then what is the classification of this wave shaping? There are 2 types of wave shaping. One is linear wave shaping, and another one is called as non-linear wave shaping. So there are 2 types of wave shaping. One is linear wave shaping, another one is Non-linear web stepping. This linear web stepping is performed by using linear elements. So it is performed using linear elements, linear elements like resistor, inductor, capacitor. Okay, and this non-linear web stepping, it is performed using non-linear elements. It is performed using non-linear elements like diode. Diode is a non-linear element, so diode. You can give the example of this linear web stepping. Okay, example of a linear web stepping circuit like high pass RC circuit. High pass RC circuit is an example of linear web stepping circuit because it will be formed using resistor and capacitor. And also high pass RC circuit and also low pass RC circuit. Low pass RC circuit. Under non-linear web stepping circuit, you can give the example like clipper. Can give the example clipper is an example of non-linear web stepping circuit. So clipper is a non-linear web stepping circuit. The high pass and low pass circuits are linear web stepping circuits. We'll discuss this high pass RC circuit and low pass RC circuit, and also we'll discuss clipper circuit, okay, in detail. So this is the classification of web stepping. Give the first heading high pass RC circuit. Give the first heading under this topic. Give high pass RC circuit. High pass RC circuit. Draw the diagram of high pass RC circuit. This is resistance and this is capacitance. This is input voltage VI and the output is taken across this resistance. This is an high pass RC circuit, okay. We know that Z equal to R minus JXC, or you can write reactance Xc value 1 by j omega c. Okay. Now this is the reactance of capacitor. Okay. If the input frequency, okay, if input, which I can write as 1 by j 2 pi fc, if input frequency tends to 0, then xu tends to infinite. If input frequency tends to infinite, then xc will tend to 0. This indicates if xc tends to infinite, that means your capacitor will become open circuited when frequency is low. If capacitor becomes open circuited, no signal will come to output. Output becomes 0. Okay. So here output becomes 0. But when input signal is infinite, okay, input frequency is infinite, then xc becomes 0 and it will become short circuited. Output voltage is same as input voltage. Okay, that means when signal frequency, input signal frequency is 0, output is 0, no output is obtained. And when input signal frequency is very high, output is same as input voltage, or you can say output is obtained. That means low frequencies are rejected because no low frequency, for low frequency there is no output, so output is 0, you can say. So low frequencies are rejected and high frequencies are allowed. So this circuit passes high frequencies and rejects low frequencies. Okay, because when input signal frequency, the signal that is you apply, if its frequency is very small, then this circuit will reject. Okay, no output will be obtained. And if input signal frequency is very high, then output is obtained. So this circuit passing high frequencies to the output and removing or rejecting the low frequencies. Okay, that's why this circuit is called as high pass circuit. Okay, now we'll calculate gain of this high pass RC circuit. Give the heading, subheading, gain of high pass RC circuit. Gain of high pass RC circuit. We'll calculate the formula of gain. We denote gain as A equal to gain. This is the symbol of gain. Gain equal to B naught by Bi. Now, if you apply voltage division techniques, what will be output voltage? Output voltage will be input voltage into impedance of this divided by R plus 1 by j omega c. 1 by j omega c. Then the gain will be V naught by Vi equal to R by R plus 1 by j omega c. If you bring R common, then it will be 1 by 1 plus 1 by j omega RC. Okay. J omega RC. If you bring If you multiply j in the numerator and denominator, then this will become a equal to a equal to a equal to 1 by 1 minus j by omega rc. I am multiplying j in the numerator and j in the denominator, that's why it becomes like this, 1 by 1 minus j omega rc. I can write this as 1 by 1 minus j by omega into 1 by rc. Okay, 1 by rc. Let this 1 by rc, I am calling it as fl or omega l. Let it be omega l, not fl, let it be omega l. Then what will be the gain? Gain will be 1 by 1 minus j omega l by omega. This will be your gain, 1 by 1 minus j omega l by omega. Or you can write gain equal to 1 by 1 minus j fl by f. These are the formula of gain of your high pass RC circuit, which is 1 by 1 minus j omega l by omega, or 1 by 1 minus j fl by f. Okay, f is the input frequency of input signal. This is the gain of high pass RC circuit. Okay, gain of high pass RC circuit. If you want to find out what is the magnitude of gain, magnitude of gain will be mod A is the magnitude of gain, which will be 1 by 1 plus 1 by 1 plus fl by f whole square, fl by f square under root. If you take the magnitude of this, will be 1 by 1 plus fl by f whole square under root. If you want to calculate what the phase of gain, this is your magnitude of gain of your high pass RC circuit, and if you find out what is the phase of gain, it will be 0 minus 1 minus jfl, that is minus of what is the angle of this will be, the angle of numerator is 0, numerator angle is 0 degree, minus what is the denominator angle, it is minus tan inverse fl by f, then it will be plus tan inverse fl by f. This is the formula of phase of gain. Okay, so this is the magnitude of gain, and this is the phase of gain. This is the formula for phase of gain of your high pass RC circuit. Phase of gain. Now, if you particularly find out the magnitude of the gain at f equal to fl, okay, if you find out if input frequency f equal to fl, if you substitute, then 1 plus 1, that will be 2. So gain will be, that is magnitude of gain will be 1 by root 2. 1 by root 2. And this frequency is called as FL is called as cutoff frequency. Okay, the frequency at which the gain becomes 1 by root 2 times maximum gain. Okay, if you find out if frequency tends to 0, if frequency tends to 0, something by 0, that is infinite, something by infinite, that will be 0. Gain, magnitude of gain tends to 0. If frequency tends to infinite, then magnitude of gain tends to, if this becomes infinite, something by infinite 0, magnitude of gain tends to 1. If you draw the curve of magnitude of gain versus frequency, this curve is called as gain versus frequency curve. Gain versus frequency curve. Gain versus frequency curve of high pass RC circuit, of your high pass RC circuit. Now, from this we obtain that when frequency tending to 0, gain tending to 0, and when frequency tending to infinite, gain tending to 1. That means the curve will be something like this. Okay, curve will be something like this. This is a high pass circuit, so low frequencies are rejected or low frequencies are attenuated. When gain becomes less than 1, such frequency will be attenuated. Such signals having lower frequency will be attenuated, and high frequencies are not attenuated, it is passed as it is. So low frequencies are rejected and high frequencies are passed. Okay, now at some frequency like this, gain becomes 1 by root 2. Okay, this is 1 by root 2. Okay, this is 1 by root 2, and the frequency at which gain becomes 1 by root 2 is called as cutoff frequency, or particularly called lower cutoff frequency. And this frequency, this FL, is a lower frequency. Okay, these are high frequencies and FL is a lower frequency. So your high pass RC circuit will have a lower cutoff frequency. FL is called as cutoff frequency. Cutoff frequency of high pass RC circuit. Frequency of high pass RC circuit. Okay, the frequency at which gain becomes 1 by root 2 times maximum gain. Okay, 1 by root 2 times maximum gain. Okay, what is the maximum gain? 1 is said to be cutoff frequency, and your high pass RC circuit is having a lower cutoff frequency because FL is a lower frequency, so high pass RC circuit is having a lower cutoff frequency. Okay, then what is the value of FL? Omega L value was 1 by RC. So what is the value of FL? 1 by 2 pi RC. The lower cutoff frequency formula is FL value is 1 by 2 pi RC Hertz. Write down one point. For a high pass RC circuit, for a high pass RC circuit, gain becomes 1 by root 2, gain becomes 1 by root 2 at a lower frequency, FL, full stop. Hence it is said to have lower cutoff frequency, FL. This frequency is also called as 3 dB frequency. Okay, because if you calculate 1 in dB, then this will be 0 dB, and 1 by root 2 in dB, this will be minus 3 dB. This will be minus 3 dB. That means from this to this, how much dB is reduced? By 3 dB. This gap is 3 dB. So the frequency at which gain is reduced by amount 3 dB is said to be 3 dB frequency. Write down. At FL, gain is reduced by 3 dB of maximum gain. At FL, gain is reduced by 3 dB of maximum gain. Hence it is called as, this frequency FL is called as 3 dB frequency. It is called as cutoff frequency or 3 dB frequency. 3 dB frequency of high pass RC circuit. In the next discussion, we will continue the discussion of high pass RC circuit in the next video, where we will give the heading for the next video, square wave response of high pass RC circuit. In the next video, we will discuss this topic, square wave response of the topic of high pass RC circuit is not over. Okay, we will see the square wave response of this high pass RC circuit in the next video. Okay, in the next video we will talk about the square wave response of this high pass RC circuit. So thank you for today's video.